Deepali Nayak, Women and Child Development Department, Government of Goa. I would request Srimati Shraddha Kutkar to kindly hand the bouquet to our dignitary.
Thank you.
We next would like to welcome Srimati Jyoti Sardesai, Directorate of Food and Drugs Administration, Government of Goa, and Commissioner of Food Safety, Goa. We request Ms. Sujata Shetnankar to kindly hand the bouquet to our dignitary. We also would like to welcome Shri Richard Norona, Designated Officer, Directorate of Food and Drugs Administration, Government of Goa. I would request Ms. Pradiksha Nayak to please hand the bouquet to our dignitary.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries, guests, and our staff present here today. On behalf of the Directorate of Food and Drugs Administration, I, Kenkar Babu, along with my colleague, Food Safety Officer Lenin Tisa, extend a very warm welcome to all of you present here today to the inaugural function to commemorate World Food Safety Day. World Food Safety Day, which is celebrated on the 7th of June, aims to draw attention and inspire action to help prevent, detect, and manage foodborne disease, contributing to food security, human health, economic prosperity, sustainable development, tourism, and safeguarding our consumer interests. The WHO, along with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, jointly facilitate the observance of World Food Safety Day in collaboration with member states and other relevant organizations. This day is an opportunity to strengthen efforts in order to ensure that the food we eat is safe and wholesome, to streamline food safety in the public health agenda, and to reduce the emergence of foodborne disease globally.
The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India had organized a program on the occasion of World Food Safety Day at New Delhi on the 7th of June 2022, during which the State Food Safety Index Awards were declared, wherein the state of Goa was awarded the best performing state in the smallest states category for the 4th consecutive year. In view of FSSAI celebrating the national level program, the state-specific event is scheduled today. DFDA Goa is pleased to inform that Panji City was also awarded among the top 11 smart cities under the Smart City Challenge, besides North Goa district securing a place in the list of the top 75 districts under the Eat Right District Challenge. The award was received for Goa by the Director of Food and Drugs Administration and the Commissioner of Food Safety, both. We now move on to the traditional lighting of the lamp ceremony. Light is the symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels the darkness of night, similarly, blessings bring out our life, prosperity, and happiness. To bless this day, we would request our dignitaries on the days to kindly light the lamp.
Very good. Shubham. Enjoy.
I would now request our Director of Food and Drugs and Commissioner of Food Safety to kindly give the welcome address.
Our chief guest for today, Sri YBB Rajsekhar, Secretary Health, Government of Goa. Srimati Deepali Naik, our special guest, Director, Women and Child Department.
सुनना में आ गया
And our special guest, Commissioner CCP, just arriving. We request him to please occupy his seat on the desk.
We would like to welcome Sri Agnello Fernandez, Commissioner CCP. I would request my colleague, Srimati Sonal Goekar, to kindly hand the bouquet to our dignitary.
Commissioner CCP, Agnello Fernandez, all the dignitaries in the audience, dear food business operators, my colleagues at FDA, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning and a warm welcome to you all for today's function of celebration of World Food Safety Day. We are all delighted to have you all over here for this important function, the theme of which is very closely related to our life. As already told to you by my colleagues, that to create awareness on food safety and to prevent and manage foodborne diseases, this World Food Safety Day is celebrated since 2019. My colleagues have already told you about the proud achievements of my department for the state of Goa regarding Goa state being awarded in the small category for performing the best in food safety index consecutive for 4 years in a row, and then also about the Panji Smart City being in the top 11 and North Goa district being among the top 75 performing districts. We could achieve this feat due to the consistent efforts by my department along with the support and cooperation from the line departments. Though our state is performing consistently well in the state food safety index, we cannot be complacent. Still, a lot more needs to be done, especially on the Eat Right initiatives of FSSAI, such as Clean Street Food Hub, Clean, Fresh, Vegetables and Fruit Market, Eat Right Campuses, Hygiene Rating, RUCO initiatives, Eat Right Schools, Eat Right Station, Eat Right Hospitals. So all these initiatives need to be taken further. The Government of India has got a very ambitious project of food fortification, which is aimed to reduce and prevent the malnutrition, especially in the children. So for this, government is aiming that all the food that is supplied through the midday meal or through the PDS or through ICDS should be fortified, such as wheat, flour, rice, oil, salt should be double fortified. So I urge all the concerned stakeholders present over here to please take forward these initiatives. As regards Eat Right campus, I would like to mention here that Nestle India, Sanjay Bhandari is here. Their Usgaon plant was the first one to obtain this certification. Subsequently, their Bichalim plant also obtained this certification. And among the hospitality industry, Taj group of hotels, I don't know if Dorothy is here, they have obtained this certification, hygiene rating as well as this Eat Right campus certification. And also a proud moment that our pharma industry, when I opened this topic with them about Eat Right campus, that is providing the balanced diet and Eat Right diet to their employees, they immediately came forward. NQ Ethicals, Matkai was the first one to go for this, followed by Cipla, Maxons, and now Microlabs, another pharma company, is in line to obtain this. So, with this, I request all the corporates to please go ahead for this, obtain the Eat Right campus certification. So, when you see that at most of the 3 meals a person takes at his workplace, breakfast, lunch, and high tea. So the 3 meals, if they get are of the balanced diet, then definitely the health of that person, and then when he will take this information home, at home also he or she will pass on the information about eating right and eating balanced diet. So I request all to please go for this, the food business operators to go for the hygiene rating, Eat Right campus, and all this, so special request to you to go for this Clean Street Food Hub certification, especially in Penjim, and all the COs who are supposed to be present if they are here, then take this initiative further in all your respective jurisdiction. FSSAI through its flagship program, what I mentioned around Eat Right campus, Eat Right India, implemented through the states, is trying its best to have a food safety ecosystem in the country and build healthy India. Theme for this year's World Food Safety Day is Safer Food, Better Health. Millions of people fall sick every year due to foodborne illnesses, and lakhs of people lose their life around the globe. Food safety is everyone's responsibility, right from the farmer who is growing the food till the person who is serving it, who is cooking and serving it to you. So it is called from farm to fork. The entire food chain in between is responsible for maintaining the food safety. At home also, the person who is cooking and serving is responsible to maintain the safety of the food. So that is why FSSAI has come out with the book called Pink Book, which we have also printed in our state, and we have distributed it at different fora for the housing colonies and for all the offices and for all the people, public, so that they are aware about what do's and don'ts, what to do, how to have the safe food served at home also. Similarly, for Eat Right School is another ambitious project. I request all the school teachers and the students here take for this initiative further of Eat Right School. There are 3 series of books published by FSSAI called Yellow Books, 1, 2 and 3. So please enroll yourself for this Eat Right campus. You are required to have one health and wellness coordinator at your school. And this is all for in the interest of your own students, and so definitely you have to do little extra over and above your routine duties, but that is in the interest of the students, interest of the community and interest of the nation. So I urge you all to please take this initiative further. Let us now, I won't take much time, let us all work together for safer food and better health, and for healthy India. So once again, I welcome you all for this event, and thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule to be with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your enlightening words. I would now request our guest, Shri Agnello Fernandez, Commissioner of Corporate Corporation of City of Panaji to kindly say a few words.
Honorable Secretary here, Ma'am Jyoti, Ma'am Dipali, teacher, my colleagues, friends, many of you, most of you whom I know present out here, a very good morning. I will not go into the details because Ma'am Jyoti has already specified the details of what this event is about and what this function is about. What I want to add from my side is, as far as the CCP is concerned, we have been collaborating with the Food and Drug, the FDA. Of course, they have been a great asset to us. We managed to do a lot of implementation, starting from hygiene rating. We covered almost all the eateries, whether it is small or big, from small coffee shops, cafeterias, right up to the 5 stars. And we got excellent cooperation from all of them. They're cooperating very well, and we tend to go a long way. So also as far as the schools, we called for a meeting of all the schools, and the schools agreed. Initially the response was a bit lukewarm, then of course it turned, and now they're full of enthusiasm. And they are actually calling and looking forward for further meetings with us to get this mission forward. Because the ultimate aim is to deliver good, clean, healthy food, not only to the citizens of Angel, the residents of Angel, but also the visitors and the tourists who come in, both national as well as international. It goes a long way to send a message that the tourist here, the visitor to Angel, is eating clean, hygienic food. The response also, as far as the used oil is concerned, most of these eateries, the small towns, they used to use the same oil repeatedly, start in the morning until the late evening, use the same oil. Now, things have started to change, and they are cooperating with us, handing over the used oil, where some agencies, internal agencies take it and they convert it to soaps or whatever. But it is a start, and it is a very good start. It has gone a long way. We are also proud to state that Panjim is, along with FDA, the signatory for the Milan Pact. We have signed the Milan Pact when we were in Delhi, and being among the top 11 cities, I think it's quite a feather in our caps. Because we pride us in, then of course we are not enough, because I'm really proud of our achievement that we have done. And of course with various corporates and companies like Taj, I don't see them here, Nestle, we can go a long way, and with their help and their cooperation and assistance. I thank you all very much for having invited me this morning, and I wish you all the very best, and like our motto says, eat well, stay well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wise words. We now move on to the release of the posters commemorating World Food Safety Day. We now move on to the launch of the Eat Right District Challenge Phase 2.
Closer.
We now move on to the launch of the Eat Right District Challenge Phase 2. I would request all our dignitaries to kindly launch this challenge.
मैडम कैमरा इसको
साइड लगी ना कैमरा लगी साइड लग जाना एडजस्ट
After winning the Eat Right District Challenge once, North Goa and South Goa are now headed to the Eat Right District Challenge Phase 2. I would now request our chief guest, Shri Y.V.V.J. Rajashekar, Secretary Public Health, Government of Goa, to kindly say a few words.
Namaskar, good morning to all. Director FDA Madam Jyoti Sardesai and Commissioner CCB Sandesh ji, Madam Dipali Naik, Director WCD Richard from FDA, school children, friends, colleagues, thank you for making me part of this program. And as Madam has already said, this Food Safety Day we are celebrating since 2018 as part of UN resolution from as June 7th. Somehow it got postponed and now we are celebrating. And the whole idea is to inspire, protect and detect against the foodborne diseases, besides spreading awareness about human health and also ensuring our economic prosperity. But here I must tell you that food safety is just goes beyond centuries back to the UN resolution. It's as old as our Annapurna Shatakam of Adi Shankaracharya and is as old as Upanishads. I must tell you here, there is one shlok which says in Annapurna Shatakam of composed by Adi Shankaracharya, which says Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Pranabalave Jnana Vairagya Siddhasam Vikshandevi Jabharati. The food we take, the food we offer, it gives us knowledge, it gives us salvation. So there is every responsibility, as Madam rightly said, with so many programs and so many initiatives we have taken. It is built into our tradition and culture, running from centuries. And we must ensure that the food we offer and take is rightly and properly cooked and preserved and stored and distributed and as per the principles of hygiene. Scientifically they said that we should keep it clean, separate the raw material and cook food, cook thoroughly, keep food at safe temperature, use safe water and raw materials. These are the scientific principles which we are often, every study and every researcher says. But as I mentioned, that it is there in our tradition. And it is the responsibility of everyone to ensure that this kind of initiatives are taken right from home to at large. And here I must congratulate our entire FDA department under the leadership of our director, Richard and other staff, that as to how we have ensured and consecutively we are #1 in food safety index. But our responsibility does not end here. Our responsibility does not end here, I must repeat. Because we have few challenges and we should not be satisfied and content with the 4th consecutive award. Definitely it's a big achievement, but there is miles to go. And Goa is famous. It attracts tourists from all over the world. The main attraction, apart from its beautiful landscape and seascape, Goan cuisine and Goan tradition is one of the best attracting thing for tourists all over the world, and not only from India. And we must fortify this concept. This concept we must fortify it very strongly, not only to enhance our tradition and culture, but also to ensure that this is also important factor for boosting the economic prosperity of Goa. In this context, there are 2 things I must bring to the knowledge of everybody. That is, at present, government of Goa, especially the FDA department, is seriously trying to ensure that every eatery and every FBO is rated hygienically, that they should obtain a hygiene certificate. Food Safety Standard Authority of India has given us auditors, and each auditor will charge 2,000 rupees for auditing every eatery, every restaurant. And for us, they have given us 400 such kind of auditors free of cost. 400 licenses can be audited free of cost. And at present, we are only 200 FBOs has given consent. And we must ensure that more FBOs come forward and give consent, and that kind of auditing can take place free of cost. And here I must say, it is good for the FBOs that they come for auditing because of 2 reasons. One is that we are doing free of cost for you. Second is that food hygiene certificate, once it is displayed outside your restaurant, it attracts more tourists, your business will increase, and our performance at the national level and international level, it further gets boosted. Apart from this, I must also tell you about enforcement of certain important regulations and rules. In this context, I must tell, one of the serious issue is stopping the used oil. As the Commissioner Sir has rightly said, they are taking a lot of initiative, and one must complement it, and we must, all the FBOs should supplement what our people are doing, what our enforcements are doing. The supplement should be in the form of ensuring that in every restaurant which are using this kind of oil, they should have total polar compound meter, TPC meter bolte hain. And wherever the rating goes beyond 25, that oil should not be used again. Generally what is happening, most of the restaurants, they are topping up the oil and they are using the same oil, and that is not good. So having a TPC meter with every restaurant, very few restaurants are having such kind of meter. It doesn't cost much given the turnover of a restaurant. One must have it and one must use it, and if it crosses the limit of 25, they should not reuse it. Once you don't reuse it, it doesn't mean that you will throw it away. There are organizations which collect this kind of oil, like for example, Munzer company is there, and they develop biodiesel by collecting it. They give you money also at the rate of 15 rupees per liter reused oil. They give it also to you, the price they pay to you, they collect it. And that is also good for you, because the moment you tell public that we are not using the oil, reusing the oil beyond a scientific limit, again automatically the customer base will increase, the tourist base will increase, your business will increase, your prosperity will increase, the name and fame of Goa will also increase. This is what I want to say. And there is a concept called reprocessed used cooking oil, RUCO, RUCO bolte hain. So one must be part of, every FBO should be part of this kind of a campaign. At present, Goa is giving about 800 liters per week, and that should be increased threefold. It should be minimum 300 liters per week. Such kind of reused oil, we should not use it, we should not bring it back, and should not be bring it back into our food chain. So with these 2 important issues, I leave it here to the FBOs, and day-long schedule was drawn. Day-long engagement was engaged by the FDA department, the FBOs, children, school children, and various other stakeholders. let us take this forward, let us take this campaign seriously. Our parameters, whatever we do and whatever we suggest and whatever we enforce, it's all for the common good, for our health. I must emphasize here that it's not a small issue, but it's an important point. Non-communicable diseases, they are on rise. Previously, it's communicable diseases, which used to be the larger part of our OPDs and IPD. Now it is non-communicable diseases, which are in rise. Every stakeholder should ensure that this Eat Right campaign and other campaigns, which Madam has elucidated, which FDA department is initiating and taking part, is piloting, they should be taken very seriously to reverse this trend. So I leave it here and thank you very much, and I wish a great success for the entire day-long engagement with the FDA and other stakeholders. May God bless us.
Thank you, sir, for the enlightening words. We would now come to the final session of the session. We would request Shri Richard Narona, Designated Officer, the FDA, Government of Goa, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and everyone in the audience, I would like to propose the vote of